I'm gonna take this fleeting opportunity to talk about the New Balance 1080s. I like them a lot, but I feel like once you get to a certain point in your training, you don't even think about it anymore, and I'm definitely there. When I first tried them on, or really went shoe shopping to find some shoes that I could run some longer mileage, and I had done a little bit of research and stuff, and different long distance runners have their favorites and stuff. So New Balance was definitely not at all what I was thinking I was going to end up getting. I was actually looking at some Hokas, the Cliftons, and yeah, the Cliftons was what I was looking at. And I had asked a couple of people that I knew that had them that run if they prefer those or the Bondies. They told me for sure the Cliftons, and I had even watched some videos where they had said the same thing for longer distance. And so I was going into it thinking, okay, that's what I think I'm going to need. I was already having that plantar fasciitis thing going on, so I was really wanting something that had really good support and that would support my arch. I got there and had a really nice guy help me out, and he was a collegiate runner himself. He was sized, and turned out my foot has grown, and so a big part of the issues I was having, I wonder if it had something to do with my foot growing after having 2 kids, because apparently that happens after you have children. Your feet change and can grow. Well, I've still been wearing size 8s, true 8s, and I mean, I've kind of noticed in some other shoes a little bit of discomfort, or like my foot kind of hanging off sandals a little bit, and I'm like, this must run small. But turns out I actually was more of a 8.5 for sure, but he said with the running, a 9 would be safe. So my only qualm with that is I think that I kind of could have just gone with a 8.5, and that would have been a little more snug to my foot. I do like a little bit of snug, but at the same time, I was concerned as well because of foot swelling. When I run, I always end up having some foot swelling, and it just feels like my shoes are squeezing my feet to death. So in a way, maybe 8.5 would have been too tight, and I would have been having that same problem. So we went with the 9, and they're already a bulky shoe. That I kind of had to just get over. It doesn't look awful, but them being longer and thicker, it's just like, oh goodness. Not the most beautiful thing, but I do love the color. I've got like the, I don't know if it's sage or like seafoam, but I love that color. So I'm very happy with them. Like when I tried on 3 different shoes, 3 or 4. One of them, and I'm trying to remember what brand it was. It wasn't Brooks. I wish I could remember. I tried on one shoe and I automatically was like, nope, this is not the one. So then I tried on the Hoka and it felt good. Definitely that wide feeling was cool. And then I tried on the New Balance, and as soon as I tried that one on, I was like, that feels nice. So then he had me walk in that one. I walked in it, and it was just so bouncy. It was like springy, like it was making you step off the floor. So that was really cool. And then I was like, I need to try it again. So I put one on each foot, the Hoka and the New Balance. And the New Balance was just so much more comfortable and springy, and I liked how it felt. So I went with that. Part of me wishes I would have stayed longer just to maybe try a larger variety of shoes just for my own, I don't know. I just wish I would have tried some more, but I am very happy with them. They are a good shoe. I can tell though for for shorter runs, if I'm like my interval runs or my tempo runs, it's like I almost wish I had a smaller shoe for those. Not that it's uncomfortable or anything, but it's just like I don't have that get up and go in these shoes. They're definitely for longer mileage. And then if I go out to the trails where I run on the sand and the clay, I just don't, for one, I don't want to get them that dirty, but I wear my On Clouds, my black On Clouds for that, because they almost are like a cleat in a way. It just really gives you a good traction. But they don't have a tongue. I hate shoes that don't have a tongue, because that's part of where I start to like feel that foot swelling feeling. And by my end of the run, like, I feel like my toes are numb. So I've got all kind of foot issues. I definitely need to have it all looked at some point, just to rule out, like, part of me really wonders if I have nerve damage from soccer. I do remember being stepped on in high school, and my foot was just never the same. And I don't remember if it was when I played soccer or just ran, but I remember having my toes spasm. It's like, it doesn't happen often, but it's still happening sometimes. So I really wonder if I've got some nerve damage there, and it's the same foot that I've been having all these issues with. So who knows what's wrong. I'm getting older, and it's like, it's time to stop playing around with this kind of stuff. So I am happy with the New Balance 1080s, and like some of the people that I've been following for more than a year, actually, who've done some marathons and stuff, they actually really like the shoe too. So, and I didn't realize that until after getting them. So I kind of felt like, not a trendsetter, but I definitely was like, okay, cool. I'm wearing the same kind of shoes as them, and they run way more than me. So yeah, they're really cool shoes. I would definitely consider them, and don't automatically, that's what a lot of people have said, is like, do not just buy a shoe, go get size, try on different shoes. I totally agree with that. You definitely need to go in the store, try some on. And then they had a treadmill there, and I wish I would have gotten on the treadmill. That's just another thing. Like, I'm still happy with my purchase, but I just think that tells you a lot more than just walking, a couple paces back and forth. So definitely do that if you're in the market looking for some new running shoes. Go get sized, because your foot might have gotten big like mine. So yeah.